A word we throw around all the time is difficult. How difficult will the journey be? How hard is it going to be to succeed? This is more or less asking, is a desirable outcome likely? We're asking if it's worth our time. Right? If something's difficult, we associate that with a low probability of success. But that's not the right way of looking at it. If you want something enough, difficult becomes your best friend. It's your greatest asset. And this is one, because of the growth that comes with it, but two, because very few people are willing to chase it down. The reality is most people are average. And that's just looking at the definition of the word. Right? If everyone was great, greatness wouldn't mean anything. There's something special about it. It's unique. It sets people apart. We generally live amongst people, places, and expectations that make up everything we know. That's our normal. That's our box. But what's particularly interesting is that the people we celebrate, the accomplishments we admire, they go far beyond this sort of confined view of the world. So where is the line? Something's weird, it's abnormal, it's looked down upon, until suddenly it's not. You snap your finger and it's cherished. That guitar player practicing 15 hours a day, it's lame. They don't have a real job. They're not contributing anything to society. And then he or she puts out an album that revolutionizes music, and they're a hero. The whole thought process is counterintuitive. And that's why the words difficult and great are so closely related. Not because it's physically stressful, but because great comes with a hefty mental price tag. Difficult means you are consistently doing what the average, normal, and unspectacular deem to be too great a sacrifice. They're not asking if it can be done. They're not asking if it's possible. What they are really asking, what they want to know, is if they have to break through everyday normality to achieve a result. Do we have to make ourselves uncomfortable? Do we have to give more than we normally would? Do we have to be better than we were yesterday? If that answer is yes, the vast majority say thank you, but no thank you. And that's where defining opportunities open up. Great means you have the desire to set yourself apart. Difficult means you have the dedication and the drive to do the little things no one else wanted to do. There is nothing miraculous about greatness. It is not divine. It is not incredible. It's simply seeing the word difficult as a staircase instead of a brick wall. It means you get the opportunity to both give more of yourself and get more from the world. It is your secret door, your passageway. If the incremental progress, the growth, and the sacrifice are worth the prize, easy, difficult, and everything in between fades away. The only thing worth a second of your time is making sure that every step you take points you in the direction of where you want to be most.
Oh yeah. You're welcome to tonight's training. Make sure that every step that you take puts you in the direction of where you want to be most. That is very, very important. That thing that everybody calls difficult, that thing that people imagine that is difficult, that is where your success lies. If you can do the difficult things, then greatness is just by the corner. Quite a number of people started with us, started this training. Along the line, some people felt, oh, it's difficult. I can't cope with this. And we all want to be successful. We all want to be great. All great men have toed the difficult line. Are you ready to toe that line that seems difficult? It seems difficult, but it's not difficult. If you are ready to give it your time, if you are ready to give it your energy, if you are committed to winning. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are welcome to this awesome training, which we started on Monday, and this is day 5 of the training. It's been wonderful having you around. It's been great, and I know that over the period of time, you've gained something great. So if you know that it's been great, this 1 week has just been fantastic for you, can you just type great in the chat box? Type great. If it has really, really been great for you, can you just type great in the chat box? You've gained something. It's been, impactful. It's been insightful. It's been whatsoever. Just type great in the chat box. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Just put great in the chat box. Okay. Awesome, 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 awesome. Yeah, somebody say great, but needs to practice more. Somebody say wonderful, great, wonderful, awesome, great. Wow, I can see. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just as some of you have said, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This class was meant to just introduce you to that industry called online trading. The class, this whole 1 week, I tell you, nobody anywhere will tell you that you will learn Forex in 1 week, or you will learn online trading in 1 week. It is not possible. They might teach you one particular strategy, but they've not taught you the whole business. I tell you, it takes you upward of 24 months to 36 months to be able to say, I'm a professional in this business. When I say 24 months to 36 months, I mean of consistent trading, of being consistent in the market. Now, but the good thing is this, that in this market, you don't have to wait until you graduate. You don't have to wait until you sabi everything before you start earning. Unlike most professions, if you learn the art of sewing or any other skill, you have to finish before you start earning. But with this profession, as you are learning, you are adding more to yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, for you to have been with us till the end of this program, I want to say a big congratulations to you, because you are on the very step to great success in life. Let me tell you this. Is it going to be easy? No. But will it be worth it? Yes. I tell you, it will be worth it. So why don't you look at that thing that people call difficult and begin to walk yourself towards achievement of your goal? You know, every night, I always say something that, or we promised you that every night we will try to show you what some of our traders are doing. And there's a particular account I've been showing you since the beginning of the week. Now, please note, this is not to say that this result is typical for everybody. I'll be deceiving you, telling you that, oh, you can make money like this, you can do it like this. No. If you don't put in the kind of energy, the kind of effort, the kind of commitment that this person has put into this, you can't get this kind of result. So why am I putting it to you? I always tell you that I'm not putting up this to impress you, but to impress upon you that if it is possible for one, it is possible for all. So let me quickly share the screen so that if tomorrow somebody tells you, no, this thing does not work, it's a scam, it's this, you will say you know some people who are doing it and it is working for them. So look at, this is today's result. Please mind you, I'm going to be showing you this. I've told you it has its own risk elements if you are not well trained for you to get this result. If you are not trained, you can lose your money. But tonight's training is going to put you on a pedestal where you will never ever lose your money if you follow the instruction here. Now, this is the result of this trader's trade today. One of our top traders. This is the result for today. And you can see, this is, if you look at the date, 29th, 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 29th. Well, was there a loss? Yes, there can be losing. You can have some losing trades. But will you ever lose your money, your capital? No. You can't lose your capital in this business if you follow our instruction. So $218. Well, $218 in a day. Let's see. What is $218 if we are to, if we are to multiply it and look at it okay, $218, 218 times 450, I think that's about 98,000 naira that this fellow has made. But let's even see what is the total performance for the week since you started, since the time you started this training with us. Let's look at, there's a place you will go on your MetaTrader 4 that will show you customized, and it can show you from the day one. Let's look at custom period from Monday. Monday's date is 25th. 25th, I think 25th, if I'm right, 25th. Was Monday 25th? I guess it's 25th. Sorry.
Yes, it's 25th. It's 25th.
25th. Okay, all right. So 25th to just put it like 30th. Let's look at what this trader was able to do. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody sits down, somebody that has never made a dime to his name is telling you that this business does not work. He's telling you that this is pure gambling. Can you see, is this gambling? Is this gambling? Is this gambling? Bishop taught us some things yesterday. If you apply it and you can follow the instruction, he showed us, we've been telling you about some tools. Look at this, is $1,647 that this person made. Is it real account or not? I showed you, look at it. This is a real account, live account. Live account is not a demo account. We showed you how to open a demo account and you will see demo, but this is what a live account. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's do something. $1,647, $1,647, this is it. $1,647 times 450. Ladies and gentlemen, 741,000 naira in a week. 741,000 naira in a week. That is good for anybody by any standard anyway. 700,000 naira is good. But did this person start to earn this money like this now? No. It took some period of training, practice. There are some weeks that you will lose. But fortunately, this trader did not make losses this week. But there are some weeks that we end up the week in a loss. But this week has been fantastic for this trader. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you can do also. This is what you can do also. But you need the training. And that's why we say, if you are opportune, attend the professional class. Attend the professional class. We still have some space there. As I've always said, the professional class is not a means of earning money for some of us by the grace of God. Because if you look at it, we want only 60 students in professional class. 60 students who are doing 10,000 naira, that's 600,000 naira. And inside of that, we are doing advertisement on radios and everything. So what are you talking about? What's the, it's not, and I'm not saying money is not good. Money is good. I don't belittle any amount of money. But the thing I'm saying is this, we make more, we do more via this trading than with training. But what we want to achieve is help a lot of people get this knowledge. If you have to get the money, just go get the money. Be part of that class. For some of you, you want to get the combo at the end, the tool, the overall tool. In that tool, this morning I was on some calls with some people, and I was sharing with them how much that tool, what that tool could do. Ladies and gentlemen, we want a lot of success story in Nigeria, and you are going to be part of that success story. I believe by the grace of God, you are going to be part of that success story. Now, look at this. Look at one of the tools. Look at the tool here. Look at the tool here. Look at this. It tells you here, sell the market. And then this fellow begin to sell. You think the person is a genius? You think he's he's making money, he's a very smart guy? No. There are tools that are aiding your decision. Even based upon what you have learned, there are tools that will guide you at this early stage when you are just starting. As you are starting, you will not be able to get the good result, but these tools will help you a long way. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is just to prep you up. For those of you that have started it, we're going to add you to a group. But tonight, what I want to quickly teach us, because I have another class with the professional class, they too, they'll be wrapping up their class today. But I just decided to give you this prep so that as you go forth, you go into success. You've been taught quite a lot of things. And I believe by the grace of God, what you have been taught will help you. You can build on it, whether with Rich Vision or with some other you can just go. The important thing is this: learn this skill. Learn this skill. We thank God for the privilege that we are part of your success story. When you are writing your success story about your venture in Forex, whether we mentor you or not, we thank God that by the grace of God, you will say Rich Vision Academy was part of your success story. So tonight, I'll be talking about money management and psychology of trading. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of all the strategies and everything that you have known in this trading, the most important topic that every trader should pay attention to, if you have not been paying attention to every other training, please pay attention to tonight's training. When you understand, or if you understand tonight's training, you will never, ever lose your money in this market. Hear my word and mark my words. If you understand this aspect that I'm going to teach you tonight, you will never, ever lose your money in this market. When people say they've lost money, you will be laughing at them. I'm not saying you won't lose a trade. It's possible you lose a trade, but you won't lose your money. Now, how do I mean and how does it roll? Money management is essentially determining your risk and profit before placing a trade. Without a sense of money management, many traders, a lot of traders, they trade, they make profits from beginning of the week to the end of the week, yet they lose, and just one single trade will wipe off every traces of profit they've ever made. You can imagine laboring from, may you not labor in futility. Trade from Monday to Friday, just one trade of one day wipes out all profits, trace of profits that you have ever made. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether it has happened to you before, whether you've experienced it before. You'll be making profit, but just one single trade wiped off all your traces of profit. Tonight will be the end of it if you are going to take this lesson. Quite a number of people will tell you that the thing is dangerous, is risky. I stand here by the grace of God, a chartered accountant, a risk analyst. I will tell you, internationally and everywhere, I stand to defend it that Forex online trading is one of the safest business that you ever do. It's one of the safest business you ever do, provided, please note, provided you follow this instruction and adhere to these rules. So let's go. Let's see what instructions are there to follow. Number one, you must understand the seven essential money skills. The 7 essential money skills first is that you must value it. Value it. Do you value that money that is with you? Many of us, many traders that have come across, they don't value their money. They take money. You see somebody, he comes to trade, he does a 1 week learning just like you have done. The next thing he said, Mr. Shola, I want to fund my live account. How can you say you want to fund a live account with money well, after just going for 1 week training, 1 month training, and you feel confident enough You don't value your money. Look at you. Let's say you send your sister, you give your sister money to go and learn sewing. What's this? What's they call this? Fashion design. And this. Now, this girl went to learn fashion to fashion school to learn, and after learning, spend you know there are some fashion schools that charge you as much as 250,000 naira. At least the ones I know. Now, after 1 month or 3 months or 6 months of learning, this guy now said he has graduated and you did the graduation for her. Now you have a party. You have a party with celebrities. You went to buy a lace, Swiss lace of 100,000 naira. Will you give, how many of you will be confident enough to give that cloth to that your sister who just finished learning how to sew? Will you be confident to give that clothes? Definitely, the answer is no. Definitely, the answer is no. You will not want to, because you say, someone that just finished this, how can I risk it? Because you value the cloth. You value the money you spent on that cloth. But do you know, when it comes to trading, many of us don't value our money. What you don't value, you can't control. When you value it, you will put all necessary things to control it. The system, the trading system, gives you enough tools to control your losses. We have things like, we talk about stop loss, we talk of risk portfolio management, and things like that. We have all these things that can help you control. But because we don't value it, somebody will tell you, oh, using stop loss is not important. No, anytime you put stop loss, the thing will just go down and hit you. It's better you don't use stop loss. So you don't control it. What you don't control, you can't save. What you don't control, you can't save. So when the money starts going, when the thing starts going against you, you can't, there's no way you'll be able to save it. You will lose all your money. I remember when I started trading the very first time, not the very first time, I've been trading and things, and I teach people this thing. I teach people this money management. I teach. But you know, at times, there are some people that teach, like a preacher who preaches and does not practice. I preach it, I tell people. But that particular day, I went into this trade. I was traveling from Lagos to Abeokuta. And from Lagos to Abeokuta, there was traffic along the Redeem Way. I placed a trade. And before I got to Abeokuta, I had made about $300 on that trade. Oh my God, I was so excited. I said, wow. This, you know, the kind of energy you will use to train that day. I was telling the people, come on, see, I was traveling, I made this, I made this, I made this. Okay, now, after the training, I was about traveling back to Lagos. On my way back to Lagos, I guessed my principle. Somebody one of the students said, Oga, one of the trades you told us, the thing is set to that should we take the trade? I said, well, I don't trade this pattern and things. But the thing was so juicy. My calculation was, if I can trade this one now, 300, and I can make like $200 between here and I can say I traded and made $300 when I was coming back, I made $200. Out of greed, I entered the trade. And when I entered it, I was driving back, I was looking at it. Oh, the thing was going into profit, and I was excited. I was looking at how I'm going to be boosting that I made $300 going to Abeokuta, $200 coming back. And the thing was going in my direction. It had already made about $100. And that thing said, Shola, close this thing. I said, no, it go so reach 200, it go so reach 200, it go so. And as I was driving, I don't know, just something, you know, after sometimes you lose network. By the time the network came, I look at it, 100, it has gone to loss. I said, hey, okay, no problem. I had my stop loss there. But do you know what? Along the line, the thing was almost touching my stop loss. It was almost getting to where my stop loss is. I said, Kai, if this thing touches my stop loss and takes me out of the market, and it now goes back to profit, this thing will pay me. Let me remove the stop loss, because anything that goes up must come down. As if it's my father that has the market. Before I knew it, I removed this thing. 2008, those of you that have traded, you know, September, Euro was just dipping. Oh my God. I didn't know that removing the stop loss was like creating expressway for the thing to go down. And the market started going, boom, boom. Before I knew it, the stop loss was just $100. I left it, it went $200. It will come back. It will come back. No, it's not this market. 500, 1,000. I was looking at the time. It became, there's one strategy we use in this market very well. We call it the hope and prayer strategy. Hope and prayer strategy. You've not started trading, so you might not understand that strategy. We call it the hope and prayer strategy. I started praying and hoping. I say, God, please have mercy. Have mercy. Have mercy, God, have mercy. And before you know it, 1,000. And tomorrow, the next day, the thing we do as if it's coming back. So 1,000 will reduce to 800. I say, oh, thank God. Thank God. As it's going, 500. Oh, thank God. Thank God. God is that. The next you just see, it will go down again. I never knew that it was there's something they call pull back in the market. It was pulling back. In Yoruba, they say, that's the ram that, where rams are fighting. When you reverse back, they say, now power I go carry come. Because after drawing back, it will come with full speed. Oh my God. It went, ladies and gentlemen, before I knew it, that capital, about $3,000 capital, everything was wiped off. Just because I refuse to take control of this market. I purposely made this illustration. You will remember this story anytime you are trading, so that nobody will tell you. Nobody will tell you otherwise. It's what you save that you can invest. When you save it, you can invest it. When you invest, it's what you invest that you can make. See, rich men don't spend their money. They spend what we call the return on investment. So it's the return on investment that you make. The money you make, you can shield it. It's what you shield that you can share. Of course, in the advanced class, I always train more on this. No time to illustrate too much. Now, look at this. On money management, 3 things that you need to consider in this money management. We talk of what we call the risk-reward ratio. We talk of using stop loss and how to avoid over trading. Now, let's look at something. I will go to the risk-reward ratio. Risk-reward. Because of time, because of time to elaborate on the risk-reward ratio might be, time consuming. But then let me do something here. Let me show you this table here. The risk, when we talk about the risk-reward ratio, okay? Let me show you this. Now, this one will distract you. When we say risk-reward, risk and reward, all right? You must be able to determine how much am I ready to risk? How much am I ready to risk in this market? Before you go into the market, it's not how much will I gain. And one thing that we always tell people, always consider a risk-reward ratio of 1:2. 1:2. When we say 1:2, that means if I'm ready to risk $10, I am ready to gain $20. If I'm ready to risk $100, I am ready to gain $200. Whichever way works for you. But I tell you, it's a more complex thing. The time frame here will not permit us to. But whichever way, if you can get the learning somewhere else, you can get it. But know that risk-reward ratio is something that you need to know. I can't explain risk-reward ratio without going into this, before I come into this template, let me quickly go into this area. Let me quickly go into this. Write this down. Write this website down. myfxbook.com. myfxbook.com is a place where you will get to understand what to use. How do you calculate your risk level in this trade? We talked about using lot size, but how do I know the lot size that I'm to use? How do I know this? Now, when you come to myfxbook.com, click on Forex calculator. Click on home. From home, click on Forex calculators. And on Forex calculator, when it comes up, you will see this. There's what they call position size calculator. Position size calculator. So when you click on this position size calculator, it tells you, okay, how much do you want to trade in this market? Okay, I have $500. That's what I have. How much do you want to risk? Now, please, you always hear one word. It says, do not invest more than what you can afford to lose. Do not invest more than what you can afford to lose. I have $500 in this market. How much can I afford to lose? $500. How much can I afford to lose? I advise you, for now, as a beginner, don't risk more than 1% of your portfolio. Don't risk more than 1% of your portfolio. So let's say you take 1%. Now, from your trade, there is what you call the stop loss. In the advanced class, we'll be showing you how to put your stop loss. Some of us, we erroneously put, you said, I have 30 pips stop loss, 50 pips stop loss. What made that? Your stop loss, oh my God, I wish I can break this thing down more, but no time. Now, your stop loss must be below. Your stop loss must be below. If you are buying the market, write this down. Your stop loss must be below the last support area. We always say buy at support and sell at resistance. Buy at support and sell at resistance. Now, if you are buying at support, where should my stop loss be? My stop loss is not 10 pips below, not 30 pips below. My stop loss should be below the support area. Maybe probably the last week, the week that the candle that went lowest in that area. So you will have to calculate how many pips from your entry to that point. Ladies and gentlemen, more of that in the advanced class, but let's just do. So let me say, this is 30 pips. If I say it's 30 pips, what currency am I trading? It's not the same thing for all trade. All pairs have different calculation because of the spread and things. Now, let's say I'm doing CAD CHF. If I click on calculate, look at on my $500, I want to risk 1%. The system is telling me, Shola, even if you lose all your money, even if anything happens and the market crash, you cannot lose more than $5 because $5 is 1% of that money. And what lot size should you use for you to achieve this? You should use 0.01 lot size. We don't have 0.16. It's not possible. So use 0.01. If I want to be adventurous, I can put 0.02. But let me just use 0.01. Now, look at this. It's true. If this market goes 30 pips or so in my favor, it gives me that amount of dollars. But what of, me, I can risk the same 30 pips. So, but this person say, well, me, I can risk more than 1%. I can risk about, even if I lose 2%, 2% of $500, that's just $10. $10 is not going to hurt me. Then I put 2%, put 2%. When you put 2%, calculate. Look at, the system is saying that you can use 0.03 lot size. That means the higher you can risk, the higher the risk, the better the yield. The higher the risk, the better the yield. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to beg of you. This market is not going anywhere. This market has been and will forever be until the time we start using one single currency on the surface of the earth. And I pray you will not be part of the people that will use one currency on the surface of the earth, because that is the time of what we call the Antichrist. So for now that we are doing, this market is there. It will remain to continue to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be in a hurry to make money. You risk 1% of your portfolio. Look at, let me quickly show you this. Let me quickly show you this. Let me quickly show you, sorry, on that press. Let me quickly show you this. Look at, see this, see this. See, look at this person. He has $1,000. Two traders. There are two traders there. One has $1,000. This one too has 1,000. This one said, I will follow the instruction that Mr. Shola gave and that Rich Vision gave us. I will not risk more than 1% of my portfolio. If things come to be worse, I will risk 2%. Now, look at this person. What it means is this. With $1,000, if he's risking 2%, if that trade goes against him, let's use that. Let's be good students. Let's obey instruction. $1,000. If I lose 1% of $1,000, that's $10. Is that not? $10. Okay. $10 minus $1,000. That gives me $990. That means the next day I have $990 to trade. No problem. The next day I come, I follow the instruction again. And unfortunately, because I have not understood the strategy, I lost again. Every time I come into this market, it's just loss. Look at this. Every time I lose, look at 10 days I have lost. My money is still $904. Look at, I continue. In 1 month, do you know, after 20 days, still my balance in my account, my balance is still what? $817. But look at this other fellow who wants to make money in 1 day, ready to reach 20%. Somebody will tell me, Mr. Shola, if I start this thing, can I double my account in 1 month? Can I double? I say, have you been able to double your salary in 1 year before? That you learn this business in 1 month and you want to double it in 1 month? What kind of greedy nature is this one? Ladies and gentlemen, look at this person that is risking 20%. How many times will he trade before all his money disappear? Look at, his money will have disappeared, finish. Look at 20 days, his money will make $11. Why the man that is, this man, see, by the time you are losing 1%, come, listen to me. Even if all the Air Force in your village are after you and they don't want you to succeed, if you have lost, every time you are entering, you are making a loss. After listening 20 times, won't you leave the place? Won't you leave it and go and say, come, I'm yet to understand this thing. Let me go and practice more. That is why I said it is practically impossible for you to lose your portfolio if you adhere to strict money management. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you got what I have just explained, just type, I got it. Type, I got it. If you got it, just type, I got it. Type, I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. If you got what I just explained, just type, I got it. Awesome. All right. Wow, I wish I will break it down more. But then, for those of you that have been in the advanced class, I tell you that is, we spent almost 2 hours explaining this thing. You know, okay, let's just go quickly. Let me just go on quickly. So here, automatically, I have explained the risk-reward ratio, and I've explained the stop loss. There's still more to be explained on stop loss, but this class will not permit us. Now, also, you avoid over trading. That's why I said, don't use more than 2%. Don't use, if that thing, you calculate that thing and it tells you use 0.02 and you are using 0.04, you are over trading. And if you say use 0.02 and you are using 0.01, you are under trading. So ladies and gentlemen, using stop loss is like this man facing a lion. This man facing a lion. Look at the chain on this. This chain on the neck of the lion is like the stop loss. You can stand in front of this lion and be chewing meat, enjoying yourself in the market. Even though this lion becomes angry and is charging, there's a crash in the market. But because you have used your stop loss, you see this thing, this chain is your stop loss. But where you refuse to use stop loss, ladies and gentlemen, you will be like this man in the lion's den. You see red, red, red. You see blood, red. That is how you be seeing red in your account. Red, red, red in your account. When you refuse to use the stop loss, God helps you. If you are strong as Samson, maybe you'll be able to win it. Or if not, the account is blown up just because you could not follow instruction. I have one attitude. I don't, you see, you could see that I was checking and checking and checking. I have one trading attitude. I said, I don't carry trade over the weekend because that's part of money management. Don't trade and carry trade over the weekend. Why don't I trade? Why don't I carry trade over the weekend? Because I don't know whether during the weekend, somebody will blow, one earthquake will happen somewhere. I don't know whether there is going to be war somewhere. I don't know. Anything can happen. And then the money that you have, sometimes it will just disappear. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you this advice. Listen to me. When you start to trade, close your trade by Friday. Monday is another trading day. The market opens on Sunday. You don't need to go to the market on Sunday. Wait for the market to be fully active on Monday. So that's why I'm looking. By my own attitude, I'm closing this trade. It's not yet in profit, but I just have to close it. So, boom, I have peace of mind. I will go and enjoy my weekend very well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about. So, please, all these things I'm saying, you see, I'm not saying I am a saint. I have my flaws. Many of us have our flaws, but then we are still trying to move on to perfection. You say we are moving towards the mark of a higher calling. Do you understand? We are moving towards the mark of a higher calling to be professionals in this, because there are times that your emotion and things will rule you in the market. Now, the other part, I think you got this. Show us how to use stop loss using MT4. It's not for this lecture. Now, look at this. Psychology of trading. Psychology. What I just discussed was money management. We're going to be talking about psychology. What's psychology of trading? The psychology, being a good trader, involves more than just being able to analyze the market. I am a technical trader. I hear some people say, I'm a technical trader. Me, I'm a fundamental trader. A good trader looks at the market holistically. And one of the most crucial yet overlooked elements of successful trading is maintaining a healthy mental outlook. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me loud and clear. Do you know what? The rich make more money in this market than the poor. The rich make more money in this market than the poor. You know what? The rich man is playing, why the rich man is doing this thing like as leisure, and is, well, I made a loss today, no problem, I made. The poor, as he's looking at the chart, he's looking at his children's school fees. If this trade can go in my favor, in fact, I will pay my children's school fees. My rent is almost due. If this thing can go, you will see $50 there. For him to pick the $50 and go, JJ, you say it will soon go to 100. And inside his head, he's calculating, if I can do $100 today, $100 tomorrow, that's 200. And that in 5 days, that's 500 times this. And that will say to my wife, I think, and before you know it, the money that he was making, he will lose it. Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. When you are trading, try as much as possible to be calm. Some of you are asking some question in the chat box. Please forget this question you are asking. Concentrate on this one that I'm telling you. Concentrate on this one. Stop loss. Teach me. You can get this teaching that I'm teaching you. You might not get it elsewhere. I'm telling you, you might not get it. You will see brokers are teaching you things. They won't teach you this money management because they want you to continue putting your money and consuming your money in the market. So at the end of the day, a trader who is unable to control, to cope with the stress of the market fluctuation will not stand the test of time, no matter how skilled they may be. So ladies and gentlemen, be calm. Anytime you are going into the market, be calm. I just finished quarreling with somebody. Let me just, I don't have your time. Let me just go and face my business. It's not the time to face trading. If you must face trading, face demo. Don't face your live account. When you trade, make sure your mind is calm. Now, the next thing, you must be emotionally detached from your trade. Don't be emotionally attached to trade. Some people, they put it, I see some people when they are trading, as they are trading, they're always looking at their phone. They're always looking at their phone. Somebody will tell me, Mr. Shola, you know, we have an investment on our investment platform where there are sometimes that the market will go down. We go down. And when the market is going down, some people will call me, Mr. Shola, how far? I say, far from principalities and power. How far? He say, that thing is going down now. I say, if it must go down before it goes up, he say, all right. So after some time, he call again, Mr. Shola, should I cut it? Should I cut it? I say, cut with it. Leave this thing, let the market do its thing. If you cannot absorb losses, you cannot accept profit. So ladies and gentlemen, please be emotionally detached. And that's why you need to trade your demo account as if you are trading your life money. Trade your demo account. And you must be void of fear and greed. Fear, you will enter a trade now. The fear will make you to jump out of a losing trade, a winning trade too early. And greed will keep you, just be calm. Know when to take a break. Know when to take. It's not every day I must trade. No, there are some days that you will. I tell you, till today, I trade my demo account. There are some days I don't even touch my live account. I focus on the demo. If I want a new strategy, I do it on my demo account. That's what professional traders do. So, ladies and gentlemen, the top 10 mistakes that traders make: failure to have a trading plan. We always say, plan your trade and trade your plan. Plan your trade and trade your plan. If you don't have a plan, you will lose. Inadequate trading assets or improper money management. You see somebody that is having just $100, is having $150. He has not practiced demo. He has not practiced demo for 1 month. He's telling me, Mr. Shola, can I fund my account? I said, how much do you want to fund the account? He says, $200. I said, now Sarah money be that. Now that's Sarah. You are going to dash the market. What do you mean? Why? You've not traded for 1 month and you want to go and invest $200 in that market? Why? Just want to go and blow that money? Please be careful. You know, when I hear this thing, it's always painful to me. But when you tell people, they feel you don't want them to move forward. How long have you traded your demo? You must have traded your demo for about 2 months. Test that strategy. Test it. Can you imagine? Somebody has given you $3,000 to go and do practice. You refuse to go and practice it. You just because of you want that $200 to solve all the issues in your life. Oh no, sorry, I'm shouting. The thing is just I hear it every day, and but please, I beg you, be careful. Be careful. All right. So expectations that are too high too soon. You want to do it and you want to make, can I double my account in 1 month? How can you double your account in 1 month? Failure. A man called me one day, he said, Mr. Shola, your investment, this thing, how much do you people do? How much do you make? I said, well, we don't make much money. We make between 5 to 20% in a month. He said 5%. He said 5%. I said, yes, that's what we do, between 5 to 20% in a month. That's what we do. He said, that's too small. I said, oh, well, go and train yourself. So you want me to tell you that you make 40%? I said, the bank that have, they have serious money. The bank, your bank, go and put your money in the bank. How many percent do they give you in a year? The bank gives you, okay, so you are not shouting, you're only making sense. Okay, thank you. The bank gives you 8%, is it? I mean, I don't even know. They give you 8% per annum for 1 year. For 1 year. Inflation rate is 12%. Bank interest rate is 8%. So even before 1 year finish, that inflation rate has chocolated on your interest. And then you have an opportunity to do 5% in a month, 20% in a month, you say it's too small. Okay. Failure to accept complete responsibility, allowing losing trades to run for too long. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you, because this brings us to the very end. Then the last one is not getting a bigger picture and perspective on the market. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you. We've tried to put these things together. And some of you that have attended Forex training, you will agree with me that this 1 week, some of the things that you did not learn in the class, in those classes where you paid a lot of money for, you gave it in this class. I don't know how many of you have experienced training. You've gone for a training, and what you saw in this class, you see that you gain more than you desire. How many of us just put 555 in the chat box? Put 555 in the chat box. Put a 555 in the chat box. That's maybe you've gone for this training, you've gone for Forex training before, but what you gained during this 1 week, this short 1 week, okay, awesome. Thank you. Because without any iota of doubt, we know what we have given out. So we're going to be talking about, I just quickly want to show us 1 or 2 things, but I beg of you, try as much as possible. There's so much to be learned. In the advanced class now, there's, in the advanced class tonight, we'll be talking, look at, this is a training, okay? This is a training I'm having with them, portfolio risk management for professional class. It's quite different from what we've trained there. You know, I talked about money management in this class. I'll be talking about portfolio and risk management in that class. So what I want to encourage you, try to get into the advanced class as much as possible. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. It's going to help you if you can. Now, talking about that, I think I can stop the recordings here first. Let me stop this recording and just talk quickly on that before I run into that other